Kia ora, welcome back to Te Te Reo. This is the third video in the Putting in the Mahi video series, Practice Activities. The practice activities I'll be talking to you about in this video are sentence builders and translation activities. You might be wondering what sentence builders are and what's the point of using them. So when you're learning Te Reo Māori or any language, the core of that language is the sentences that are the building blocks of the language itself. Using sentence builders and translation activities make it easier to make sense of the way they're put together and the language rules that are different to the way sentences work in English. I've listed a few of the benefits here, but the main idea is that using these can help you reuse the sentences, return to them, and review them anytime you like. Here are the main sentence builders that I'm going to be talking about today. Fill in the gap or close, sentence models, and picture prompts. I'll also talk about labeling, how that can help, and word lists, which can be helpful when you're building your sentences. The first type of sentence builder is the close. In Te Reo Māori, whakaki āputa, which just means fill in the gap. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it's just a piece of text or a list of sentences where there are gaps that need to be filled in. Sometimes there might also be a word list to choose from. So here are some examples. On the left, we've got an activity for those who might be just starting out on their Reo Māori journey using tū mahi poro. The middle one, for those a bit further along on the haerenga, using kupu tūhono. And the third one, for those who might be looking for a bit more of a challenge, that's the close activity. Another type of sentence builder that I've used a lot in the past is the tauira rerenga or the sentence model. In this example, you can see the Rere Mahi Whiti sentence model on the left, and then a little activity on the right to help with the building of the sentences themselves. The parts of speech have been used here, like tohuwa, tūmahi, kaimahi, etc., just to describe all the various parts of the sentence. And while it's not 100% necessary for you to know those words, I do think it helps us understand how sentences work. A great way to practice new words you're learning is by labeling. So here's a few examples. We've got te tinana, we've got the parts of the wharenui, and the or categories using the wheke model. There's heaps of these out there. You can search for them online, or better still, you can even make your own. Picture prompts. So these can be used for any type of sentence structure when you create a sentence based on the whakaahua akiaki. These are ones especially designed for rere mahi poro. For example, e mahi ana te kaihanga, the builder is working. I use a lot of picture prompts in my videos as well, so if you've been watching any of them, you'll be pretty familiar with this type of sentence builder activity. When you're building sentences of any type, I suggest that you use a word list to help you create a specific type of sentence. In this example, I've used 3 different types of tū mahi, action words or verbs. So these can be useful to keep handy when you're making up any of these types of the rere mahi. If you want to learn more about these types of sentences, there's quite a few videos about them that you can watch. Translation. So translation is an essential part of learning another language. It's one of those things we need to practice. I've come up with a few different templates and worksheets to help with translation activities from English to Māori, Māori to English, and a mixture of the two. Here are a few examples of the translation activities I've made. You can see whakapākehtia, whakamāoritia, and a mixture of the two. In the middle is a game that involves translations to and from both languages. If you're building sentences, translating them will help you to understand how they work, whichever language you're working in. So hei whakakapi māku. Just to quickly sum up all the practice activities in this video, it doesn't really matter how you're revisiting the sentence structures or what translation activities you do. All that matters is that you're doing something to reuse them, record them, review them, so that you can really understand how the sentences are put together. These are just a few ideas to help you build some sentences of your own and then translate them. The templates and resources in this video can all be found on the Tukua Te Reo website or the Google Classroom. Ngā mihi kia koutou, kia ora.